In this video, you'll learn a ton of English with the crazy Homelander. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Paulo, I'm from Brazil, and just like you, I love improving my English and I love superhero stuff. So the question is, why not improve our English with superhero stuff, right? I hope I can be an inspiration to you guys. I've never lived abroad, I've learned English all by myself. So if I did it, you can do it too. My goal here is to help you achieve fluency by studying with things you enjoy. My goal here is to make you study English without realizing you're studying English. Is that possible? I don't know. Let's see. So here's a little summary of what's going to happen in this video. Check it out. So first, we're going to learn some useful vocabulary from the scene. Right after that, we're going to have some exercise to do in order to retain all the vocab we learned. And last but not least, I'll share some very cool facts about Homelander. Check it out, the first part of the scene.
Why the long face, Tiger? What if I can't handle him? I mean, if Noir ran, oh, you can handle him. You're the top of the food chain. Hey. When we were kids, alone in the bedroom, I got us through it, right? Don't I always? Always.
Our first vocab will be long face, which is an expression used to ask why someone looks sad, disappointed, or troubled. It's often used when someone appears visibly down or unhappy. There are other two similar expressions that convey a similar meaning, and they are why so glum and what's eating you. Our next vocab is with the sentence, what if I can't handle him? To handle someone means to be able to deal with or manage a particular person or situation. He's expressing a concern about his capability to effectively control or manage this person, perhaps indicating that he sees this individual as a potential challenge or threat to his authority or power. A little further on, he says, you're the top of the food chain. What he means by that is that he holds the highest position or has the most power and influence. He's essentially saying that he is the most powerful, influential, or dominant figure within his realm of influence. Another example with the same expression. After years of hard work and dedication, she became the CEO of the company, solidifying her position as the top of the food chain in the business world. Our next vocab is with the sentence, I got us through it. The phrase means that Homelander believes he successfully guided or protected himself during a challenge or difficult situation in the past. Check it out, two more examples with it. Her encouragement and support got us through it, and we emerged stronger than ever. His expertise and guidance got us through it, and we achieved our goals successfully. That was part one, now let's check it out, part two.
No matter what. And now, I'll get us through this, just as long as you and me stick together. What if Edgar's right? What if it was a mistake to take over Vought and then I am just talented and they all know I'm a fraud? Now, what do you care what a bunch of mud people think? Come on.
Our first one in this part is when he says, what if it was a mistake to take over Vought? Let's focus on to take over, which means assuming control or acquiring ownership of a company or organization. Examples, the tech giant took over the startup, gaining control of its innovative technology. They plan to take over the market by acquiring rival companies. Our next focus is a bunch of and mud. Let's see what they mean. A bunch of is an informal expression used to refer to a large quantity or group of something. For example, I bought a bunch of flowers for my mom's birthday. There are other expressions that convey a similar meaning to a bunch of, and they are plenty of and a large quantity of. They can be a little more formal, but it's worth knowing them. Examples. She gave me plenty of reasons why she couldn't come. I purchased a large quantity of flowers for my mom's birthday. Now, the word mud. In this context, it's used metaphorically to degrade or belittle the group of people being referred to. The term mud people implies that Homelander considers them to be insignificant, lowly, or of lesser value, comparing them to dirt or mud.
Tell me the real reason. I want to hear you say it. Say it! Want them to love me. Yahtzee! Only it never seems to work out, does it? Madeline, Maeve, Stormfront, even your own son. So why do you keep running headfirst into the same brick wall? I don't know. Pants on fire, you know. It's because deep down there's a part of you that is still human.
Homelander says, so why do you keep running headfirst into the same brick wall? The expression running headfirst into a brick wall means repeatedly encountering the same obstacle or problem without learning from past experiences or finding a successful solution. Another example with the expression, despite many warnings and failed attempts, he continued running headfirst into the same brick wall, refusing to consider alternative strategies. The next expression in this part is a funny one, and that is pants on fire. I'll explain. Pants on fire is an expression used to call out someone for telling a lie or being dishonest. The phrase is derived from the saying, liar, liar, pants on fire, which is commonly used by children. So, pants on fire equals you're lying. Now let's check it out the last part of the scene.
No. Part of you is. A dirty, shriveled, anemic little part of you that still mules for approval and love and a mommy and a daddy and a boo-hoo-hoo. Look at me, Tiger. Look at me. We gotta cut that part of you out like a cancer. And then, well then, my boy, you can finally be who you were always meant to be. Pure. Clean. Like marble.
Homelander uses the words shriveled, anemic, and mules to paint a negative and demeaning image of his inner self. Let's look deeper at each one of these words. Shriveled. In this context, shriveled means that a part of the person being referred to is weak or diminished. It suggests that this aspect of their character or inner self lacks vitality or strength. Anemic. Here, anemic means that the same part of the person is lacking energy or vigor. Meals. Meals describes a weak or pitiful cry, like the sound a baby or a small animal might make. In this context, it suggests that the part of the person being addressed is constantly seeking validation and support, and expresses this in a helpless or needy manner. So, to sum up, by using these words, Homelander is essentially insulting and demeaning his inner self, suggesting that a vulnerable and dependent part of him still longs for approval, love, and parental figures. Our last word is with the sentence, like marble. Let's see what he meant by marble here. Marble is often seen as beautiful, elegant, and strong. It's smooth, has a pure color, and doesn't have any marks or flaws. When Homelander says he can be like marble, he means he wants to become a perfect version of himself, without any flaws or impurities. Okay guys, that was it. Now check it out the scene again without subtitles and try to remember all the things that we learned here. Oh, and right after that, you have some exercise to do to practice all the new vocab. But anyway, check it out the scene first.
Why the long face, Tiger? What if I can't handle him? I mean, if Noir ran, oh, you can handle him. You're the top of the food chain. Hey. When we were kids, alone in the bedroom, I got us through it, right? Don't I always? Always. No matter what. And now, I'll get us through this. Just as long as you and me stick together. What if Edgar's right? What if it was a mistake to take over Vought and then I am just talented and they all know I'm a fraud? Now, what do you care what a bunch of mud people think? Come on. Tell me the real reason. I want to hear you say it. Say it! Want them to love me. Yahtzee! Only it never seems to work out, does it? Madeline, Maeve, Stormfront, even your own son. So why do you keep running headfirst into the same brick wall? I don't know. Pants on fire, you know. It's because deep down there's a part of you that is still human. No. Part of you is. A dirty, shriveled, anemic little part of you that still mules for approval and love and a mommy and a daddy and a boo-hoo-hoo. Look at me, Tiger. Look at me. We gotta cut that part of you out like a cancer. And then, well then, my boy, you can finally be who you were always meant to be. Pure, clean, like marble.
Alright then, now let's have some fun and check it out some cool facts about Homelander. Also, along the way I'll teach you some more vocab too. Let's do it. The first one is about 9/11. Much like in the real world, the events of 9/11 still took place in the universe of The Boys. In this universe, Vought American was alerted of the hijacking, prompting them to send the Seven to try to stop the planes as a good PR move. This rescue mission went horribly wrong. Homelander, carrying his teammate Marathon, accidentally flew through one of the planes, killing Marathon as well as all of the passengers. The other plane Homelander attacked with his sonic scream, killing everyone on board and sending it crashing into the Brooklyn Bridge, where many other civilians were killed. Two interesting things we can learn here. One is the phrase took place, which in the present is to take place. The phrase to take place or took place is used to describe an event or occurrence that happened at a specific location or time. One more example. The wedding ceremony took place in a beautiful garden overlooking the ocean. The other one is the sentence prompting them. To prompt someone means to encourage, motivate someone to take action or respond in a certain way. The phrase prompting them means that Vought American received an alert or notification about the hijacking, which then motivated or compelled them to take action. Another example, the urgent phone call prompted Sarah to leave work immediately and rush to the hospital. Our next one is Homelander is a fan of Bee Gees. But who isn't? One quirk that adds a sense of levity to the chaotic and murderous life of Homelander is his delightful strut. The villain walks through the Seven's headquarters singing Stayin' Alive by the Bee Gees and humming the parts he doesn't know. It's an oddly human moment from a man viewers have seen squash heads like balloons. Let's take a look at two words here, quirk and humming. In this context, quirk refers to a peculiar or eccentric behavior or characteristic that is unique to Homelander. He adds an element of unpredictability to his otherwise chaotic and violent life. Humming. Here, humming refers to the action of producing a musical sound by making continuous low vocalizations with closed lips. Homelander is humming the parts of the song Stayin' Alive that he doesn't know, indicating that he is enjoying and engaging with the music despite not knowing all the lyrics. And our last fact about Homelander is that Homelander is not invincible. Throughout the show, we've seen Homelander being shot, stabbed, crushed, and blown up, and yet walk away without a scratch. Although he doesn't have a blatant weakness like kryptonite, the American superhero's power isn't limitless. However, Homelander's greatest weakness isn't physical, but mental. Due to his crippling insecurities and narcissism, he feels like he needs constant adoration to function. Having the spotlight taken away from him leaves him distracted and easy to manipulate. Although Homelander will most certainly be killed with brute force, it's safe to assume the boys will prey on the superhero's arrogance and ego to ultimately take him down. Let's take a look at 3 words here: throughout, due to, and prey on. I said throughout the show. Throughout means during the entire duration of a particular period, process, or situation. One example: throughout the summer, the children enjoyed playing at the beach every day. Due to, I said, due to his crippling insecurities and narcissism. Due to is a phrase used to indicate the cause or reason for something. It explains why a particular event, condition, or outcome occurred. Here's an example. The soccer match was cancelled due to heavy rain and unsafe playing conditions. And our last one, prey on. I said, the boys will prey on the superhero's arrogance and ego to ultimately take him down. In this context, prey on means to take advantage of or exploit someone's weaknesses, vulnerabilities, or flaws for personal gain or to achieve a desired outcome. In other words, the boys will manipulate Homelander's arrogance and ego, using them as leverage or tools to bring him down. That's a wrap, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.